Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are finishing out the top of 5 easiest and hardest to play premium / collector tanks to play in World of Tanks Blitz. And we are now on the hardest to play, so let's jump straight into it. Alright, first, if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and post notifications. So the first first tank we have on the list is the Lorraine 40T. Now, this is a very hard tank to play because the tank has absolutely no armor, a very, very, very low DPM, and a very long interclip reload. It does have 4 shells, unlike most that have 3, which makes it a long time, 7.5 seconds to get out all of your damage in your clip, which is really hard to do. As well, the dispersion after shot is not that well, making it hard to hit targets on the move time after time. And also, as well, you are just absolutely paper. You can be HE'd all over on this tank, and it is very hard to play. It takes a good skilled player, and it has a very specific player skill set. Alright, moving on to number 4. That would be the VK 90.01P. which is tier 10 German collectible. And I'm putting this on here because it's hard to side scrape. It's just a hard tank to play, in my opinion, what I've seen from people playing it. I mean, I haven't played it personally, so I don't know too much about it, but just from what I've seen, it seems like a pretty hard tank to play, the way the armor works. I mean, it's a great tank, actually. It's got good armor. It's just with that very weak side armor, and I'm pretty sure the gun is pretty inaccurate. I'm not quite sure. And then you have those weak cheeks, and it's kind of like the VK72, but just a premium version, and that tank is hard to play as well. So this one is very similar, which makes it hard to play as well. Coming in at number 3, sorry, kind of went brain dead there, where you have the, if I can find it, AMX CDC. Putting this here because this has pretty low DPM, as well a pretty bad dispersion, as well horrible armor profile, so it's very hard to play, and it can be a very effective tank, but as well very hard to play. As I said, bad dispersion, bad armor, and low DPM. But other than that, I mean, it's got great speed. The gun has, I can't remember, how much penetration does it have? 212, so, I mean, your penetration isn't, like, good, but it's not, like, horrific or anything like that. But this tank definitely has, still very strong aspects to it, and is very fun as well. And it is, as well, a classic. Alright, coming in at number 2 place, we have the, Scorpion G. This tank is a very good tank, one of the most wanted tanks at tier 8, if not the most wanted tank at tier 8. It is German, it is absolutely paper, and that's why it's so hard to play. This is an HE magnet, and everyone wants to HE you all over, everywhere. And it's really why. It's just a hard tank to actually play good in. I mean, maybe not the hardest. I mean, I don't have it, but it can be pretty hard to play in, as what I've seen. Alright, coming in for the honorable mentions, we have the M4A1 Revolts, or the Rev. Now, I'm putting this tank, this tank is actually very, very good. Just because I say they're hard to play doesn't mean they're bad. None of these are bad. They're just hard to, well, one upcoming, the next one, that's actually, it's kind of bad. Actually, it's pretty bad. But other than that, none of these are really bad at all. They're just hard to play because usually of their armor profiles, just how they work, either they have no armor or their armor profiles are weird. But yeah, this tank is paper, HE everywhere. It's very hard to play because of that HE magnet on you. Coming for the second one, this tank, in my opinion, is absolutely trash. It is the Panzer 58. Now, this tank is basically like a Panther 2, but without the armor. Which, well, the Panther 2, I think, in my opinion, is pretty good. A lot of people think it is absolutely trash, and I don't really know why. I love that tank. It's got good armor, good gun, good mobility, and can ram as well. Other than that, the only thing about this is it has a good gun. Other than that, your armor profile is trash. Your speed is mediocre, and yeah, I mean, that makes the tank pretty hard to play to actually get effective and get the damage out. But coming in for the last honorable mentions, we're going to take the tiers down a little, and we're going to go over to tier 6, where we have the Digger Max. Now, I'm putting this tank here because it is slow, has no turret, and has no armor. And it's really hard to play because the way you want to play this tank is with that gun depression. I mean, this tank has massive amounts of gun depression angles. I mean, it has, 15 degrees of gun depression. It has more gun depression than elevation. That's when you know it's a lot, okay? I mean, it's an email, it's a stir emo, really, but at tier 6, which makes it really hard to play because you are paper and you are slow, and it is kind of an HE magnet. Coming in for number 1 place on the hardest tanks to play, we're going back to tier 8, and it is the counterpart of the Scorpion G. If I can find it, oh my goodness. There we are, SU-130 PM. Now, I could have switched this in the Scorpion, but honestly, I don't know which one is harder. I have the SU-130 PM, so I was just going to go ahead and pit it top because I know it, and it's a hard tank to play, definitely. I do very well in it, but with that armor, and you can't traverse the turret all the way around, and, I mean, the speed is great, and the gun is insane, but the rest of it is pretty mediocre. But other than that, it's a great tank. And, yeah, guys, that is the top 5 hardest I always say tech tree. What in the world? Premium/collector tanks to play in World of Tanks Blitz. I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me down below in the comments whether you agree with these, which ones if they should be changed around, or if there were any other that I missed. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.